So I have introduced you trigonometric means relation among trigonometric ratios with the help of complementary angle. Hope you all know the meaning of complementary angle, and I have told you in last lecture that what is complementary angle. If sum of two angle is 90 degrees, then it is called as complementary angle, and I have proved that. So let's start how to derive a relation between trigonometric ratios. For example, how we can write sine theta in terms of cos 90 minus theta. How is it possible? This is a question mark. How we can write cos 90 minus theta as sine theta? This is also question mark. How tan theta can be written as sine theta upon cos theta? So we in this lecture we will see how we can derive a relation between sine and cos, cos and sine, tan, sine and cos. So let's start with the relation. First, we will draw a diagram. First, we will make a right angle triangle. Assume that this is your right angle triangle with M as the 90-degree. So here in triangle PMN is a right angled triangle with the condition of angle M as 90-degree. As we already know, if in a triangle any of a angle is 90-degree, then that triangle is said to be a right angle triangle. Okay. So if angle M is 90-degree, then what do you say? Means what is the conclusion or what is the result with you for angle P and angle N together? Angle P plus angle N is equal to 90-degree. Yesterday we have seen this. If you are having a doubt, I will write again. Angle P plus angle M plus angle N is equal to 180-degree. Sum of a measure of all angles of a triangle is 180-degree. I've written this. Out of these three angles, we know value of angle M. Value of angle M is 90-degree. So we can write angle P plus value of angle M is 90-degree plus angle N is equal to 180-degree. Now we can write this as angle P plus angle N taking 90-degree to right hand side. So it will take a form of negative sign. So minus 90-degree. 180 minus 90 is 90. So I have written 90 here. Angle P plus angle N as 90-degree. Okay. So now since sum of two angle is 90-degree, means it is a complementary angle. After getting a complementary angle, if I am saying my angle N is theta, I am assuming let angle N is equal to theta. So what will be the value of angle P from here? Angle P plus, I have assumed angle N to be theta. So this is theta is equal to 90-degree. Hope this step is clear. So angle P is equal to 90 minus theta. So from here we can denote the angles of a triangle as we know this is 90, so no need to touch this. We have assumed n to be theta, so I have written theta here. I got angle P as 90 minus theta, so I'll be writing here 90 degree minus theta. Hope this step is clear to you. Since they are complementary in nature, if one is theta, another will be 90 minus theta. Now we'll find the ratios of trigonometry that we know, that is sine, cos, tan. We'll do it stepwise. Light is there. Okay, no problem. We'll write in here. Sine theta. What is the formula for sine theta? Hope everyone remembers. Sine theta is opposite side of angle theta. Who is opposite to angle theta? We can see it is PM divided by hypotenuse. Who is hypotenuse? Side opposite to 90 degrees hypotenuse. So who is opposite to 90 degrees? That is PN. So this is my sine theta. Now we will go for cos theta. Cos theta. Cos theta formula is adjacent side of angle theta divided by hypotenuse. Who is adjacent to theta? It is Mn divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is Pn. Similarly, we will find tan theta. Tan theta, formula for tan theta is opposite to theta divided by adjacent to theta. So opposite side to theta is Pm divided by adjacent to theta is Mn. Okay. So say this is equation 1, this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. Now, as we have found the trigonometric functions for theta, we will find the same ratios for 90 minus theta, and we will try to find out the relation. Let's see. So now from here we can find, say, sine 90 minus theta. So 90 minus theta is here, opposite upon hypotenuse. So this is Mn upon Pn. Mn is opposite to 90 minus theta. You can see very clearly. And hypotenuse is Pn. So I've written that. Next is cos of 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta for cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent to 90 minus theta is Pm. Pm upon Pn. Pn is hypotenuse and it is fixed. It remains fixed. So let's use this relation. As we can see that from equation, this is my equation 4. This is my equation 5. Or what you can conclude or what you can see from equation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is any value equal? Yeah, I can see some values are equal. I can see that sine theta, that is Pm upon Pn, that is equation number 1 and equation number 5. Both are equal. Since the values are equal, they are equal. This two, equation 1 and equation 5. So from here we can conclude that sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta from equation 1 and 5. What about cos theta? Equation 2 and 4. Yeah, even they are same. So I'm rubbing the diagram. But if I will rub the diagram, then we require 10 90 minus theta as well right now. So we have concluded that cos theta is same as sine 90 minus theta. What about tan theta and tan 90 minus theta? Let's see. Tan theta we have found it to be opposite, that is Pm upon Mn, and tan 90 minus theta opposite upon adjacent, opposite is Mn upon Pm. So just multiply it, as we can see that both are reciprocal of each other. So tan theta into tan 90 minus theta is Pm upon Mn into Mn upon Pm. Pm gets cancelled, Mn gets cancelled. What remains? 1. So what we have derived? We have derived sine theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. We derived cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. We derived tan theta into tan 90 minus theta is equal to 1. So we are having this relation. And from using this relation, we will find some values now. So whatever we have derived, just copy it down. Right? Relation amongst, or relation among trigonometric ratios. So what relation we have derived? First relation was sine theta is equal to cos of 90 minus theta. These are very important relations. I will show you how. Cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. And third, tan theta into tan 90 minus theta is equal to 1. And this is up to you, that you need to derive this. Tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. What you need to do, just take sine theta upon cos theta, write value of sine and cos. Denominator will get cancelled, and whatever term it is going to remain, that is nothing but for tan theta. This you can try. Very simple. Now we will see how this is useful. For example, if we are having theta as 30 degree, if we are having theta as 30 degree, then sine 30 degree is equal to cos of what degree? This is the first question. Yeah, it's very simple. According to this rule, sine 30 degree is equal to cos of 90 degree minus 30 degree, which is nothing but cos of 60 degree. Yes, very true. This is correct. I will show you how these values are same. As you can see, sine 30 is nothing but equal to cos 60. Similarly, if I will be writing, hope you have written this. This is very useful in proving some aspects, as they ask you the question in a different manner, and if we know the formulas, then we can easily conclude. If formula is not known to us, then that same problem becomes very difficult. Similarly, if theta is 45 degree, if I'm assuming theta to be 45 degree, then cos of 45 degree is equal to sine of 90 minus 45 degree. So sine of 90 minus 45 degree is again a 45 degree. So as you can see that cos 45 is same as sine 45. If say theta is 60 degree, if theta is 60 degree, then cos of 60 degree is equal to sine of 90 minus 60 degree is equal to sine of 30 degree. Yes. So these are the rules, as well as if theta is 90 degree, say, as we are finding the relation for 90 minus theta. If theta is whatever I'm giving you, just try to understand and try to practice it. So whenever you're going to face trigonometry in future, things will be very, very easier for you. You won't find it difficult then. If theta is 90 degree, then cos of 90 degree is equal to sine of 90 degree minus 90 degree. 90 minus 90 is 0. Sine of 0 degree. So you will say, so we are getting sine 0, we are getting cos 90, we are getting cos 60, cos 45, 30, and how to get the values. Yeah, even we will make or learn the chart of this, which is very important. We should know the values, how to find the value. Actually, we are having a problem based on that. Find the value of 2, 10, 45 degree and all that. So uh, before going for execution of that type of a problem, we should know what are the values. So first we will derive the values of all the angles of the trigonometric ratios. Hope you all know. First I will do basics with you, then we will move to the chart. We are having 0, we are having 1, we are having 2, we are having 3, we are having 4. Okay. Remember this, whatever I'm doing, very important. This is important from trigonometric point of view. If you don't want to add the values of trigonometric functions, then you should know this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you do? Just divide the numbers by 4. Since the maximum number was 4, that's why I'm doing that. 0 divided by 4. Answer is 0, no doubt. 1 divided by 4 remains as it is. 2 divided by 4, it is 1 by 2. 3 divided by 4. I don't want answer in decimals, that's why I'm doing that. I'm keeping the values if they're getting divided. Not exactly, but they're getting divided. They're having some common multiples, so we are dividing. If not getting divided, we are keeping it as it is. 4 divided by 4, answer is 1. Okay. Taking square root on both or taking square root throughout. Taking square root throughout. What you will be getting? Square root of 0, square root of 1 by 4, square root of 1 by 2, square root of 3 by 4. As you have done thirds, not a difficult story for you. Square root of 1. So now, square root of 0 is 0. You can write this as square root of 1 upon square root of 4. You can write this as square root of 1 upon square root of 2. You can write this as square root of 3 upon square root of 4. You can write this as square root of 1 is 1. So no issues. Now, this is 0. Square root of 1 is 1 upon square root of 4 is 2. So 2. Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 2 is square root of 2. No need to convert that as we don't know the exact value right now. But as you will proceed to your high classes, you will get its value as 1.414. But leave it right now. We'll be taking it as square root of 2. Square root of 3 upon square root of 4 is 2. And 1 is as it is. Okay. So we came to know how we have got these values. Okay. So what you need to do, just implement these values in a table. I will make a table for you here so that I can make you understand. What you need to do is write trigonometric ratios of a particular ratio. Particular ratio in the sense with particular angles actually. So trigonometric ratios of particular ratios. First, we will make a table. This is for sine. This is for cos. And I will rub this. And this is for tangent. This is for tangent. Here we will be writing ratios. And measure of angles. Or you can write angles. No issue. The first angle is 0 degree. And 30 degree. Then 45 degree. Then 60 degree. And then 90 degree. Okay. So for sine theta, or don't write theta. Theta is understood. We are having theta here. Sine of 0. Answer is, you have to write this first value. Whatever we have derived. Sine of 0 is 0. Sine of 30 degree. Write second value. That is half. Sine of 45 degrees. 1 upon root 2. Sine of 60 degree, right, through root 3 by 2. And sine of 90 degree is 1. Hope you have understood ki why we have derived this in order to substitute the values. And how we got this value? By taking 5 numbers starting from 0 up till 4 and then dividing by 4 and then taking the square root. We will get these values. Now for cos, what do you need to do? Just reverse the values. Reverse the values. Whatever you have written 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Just so start the values from 1. 1 after that, next value is root 3 by 2. Next is 1 by root 2. As we have derived, sine 45 degree is same as cos 45. And cos of 60 degree will be, next value is half. And the last value of cos is first value of sine. As we know that cos theta is sine 90 minus theta. And sine 90 minus theta is cos theta by using that relation. Because they are complementary to each other. And here it will be 0. So we have reversed the values. Now what about tan theta? As we have seen the relation, which relation? I will show here. I've asked you to do the homework for this, but it's okay. If you can't see it properly, hope this is clearly visible. Yeah, I've written 10 here, 10. Tangent. We know that tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. This is the relation that we have written. So now just need to get the values of this. So tan of 0. First we will derive this value, tan of 0. Tan of 0 degree is equal to sine of 0 degree upon cos of 0 degree. Sine 0 is 0 upon cos 0 degree is 1. So 0 divided by 1, answer is 0. So tan of 0 is 0. Next, sine of cos of 30 degree is sine of 30 degree divided by cos of 30 degree, which is equal to sine of 30 degree. What is the value? Half. Cos of 30 degree is root 3 by 2. As we know that, we can write this as 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2, and with this we can write as 1 by 2 into 2 by root 3. 2 by root 3. 2 gets cancelled. What remains? 1 upon root 3. So we will write here 1 by root 3. Next value. Tan of 45 degree. You should remember these values are very important as you're going to do the problems now based on this. So without knowing the values, it won't be possible for us to execute. So tan 45 degree is equal to sine 45 degree upon cos of 45 degree. Sine 45 degree is 1 upon root 2. Cos 45 is also 1 upon root 2. You know that a upon a answer is 1. So 1 upon root 2, 1 upon root 2 answer is 1. So this is 1. Next, tan of 60 degree. tan of 60 degree is equal to sine of 60 degree divided by cos of 60 degree. Sine of 60 degree is root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. 2 gets cancelled. What remains? Root 3. Root 3 divided by 1, which is root 3. We'll write here root 3. And last, that is tan of 90 degree. Tan of 90 degree is equal to sine of 90 degree divided by cos of 90 degree. Sine 90 degree is 1 divided by cos 90 is 0. Anything in the sense, any number divided by 0, whatever that number is, that tends to infinity. So we'll be saying this is an undefined case. Undefined case. Whenever we are going to have 1090, we'll be saying it as undefined. Hope this table is clear to you. So with the help of this table, we will move for the problem solving. Please by heart this table. By heart in the sense I have made you understood. Now no need to by heart, just in order to make your by hearting, or in order to make you thorough with this, I have explained all the steps so that even if you forget the table, you can use your brain calculative power and get the whole table in front of you. Yeah, let's start with the solved examples, which is on page 110. What they're asking, find the value of example 1. Find the value of 2 times 1045 degree plus cos of 30 degree minus sine 60 degree. We need to execute this value. So in order to get the answer of this problem, what we should have the values of a table. So yeah, so it is your revision class. I know that you all knows the value of this. So let's start the solution. Consider consider 2 tan of 45 degree plus cos 30 degree minus sine 60 degree is equal to, yeah everyone, now you can just go through the table that we have done right now. 2 into value of 1045 degrees, yes, thank you very much, 1 is the answer, plus cos 30 degree, yeah, cos 30 degrees root 3 by 2, good, minus sine 60 is, yeah, since we know that sine 30 and sine 60, sorry, cos 30 and sine 60 are complementary to each other. So value is same, that is root 3 by 2. And or you can write here using table. Using trigonometric ratios table. You can write this. So from where you got these values. So this is 2, 2 into 1 is 2 plus root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2. Terms with opposite sign gets cancelled. As we can see that we are having root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2. So we got the value of this question as 2. Oh, this is clear because this is nothing but they get cancelled. So 2 plus 0, which is 2. We'll move to next problem now. So one of the easiest problem if you know the table. So trigonometry is not that tough. Next is find the value of cos of 56 degree upon sine of 34 degree. We need to find the value of this trigonometric ratios. So what we will do, as we know that we are having a relation, either convert sine to cos or cos to sine. What you will be converting? Okay, cos to sine. Okay, thank you. We'll convert that. So cos to sine. We know that cos theta is equal to sine 90 minus theta. As we have derived this earlier today. So now hope you came to know why we have done this, because we're going to use this relation. So cos of 56 degree, we can see in numerator, cos of 56 degree. So cos of 56 degree is equal to sine of 90 degree minus 56 degree. So 90 minus 56, what is the answer? Answer is 34. So sine 34 degree. This is equation 1. So now consider what we need to prove. Cos of, hope that is visible to you, cos of 56 degree divided by sine of 34 degree, which is equal to, we can replace cos 56 by sine 34. Sine 34 degree divided by sine of 34 degree. From where you got? I got it from equation number 1. From equation 1. Now you can see that numerator and denominator both are same. We'll cancel them. So answer is 1. So we got the value of this as 1. Now we'll move to next. Next example is that in a right angle triangle ACB, they're having a triangle, right angle triangle. Say this is our right angle triangle with 90 degree at angle C, A, C, B, with the value of AC as 3 and value of BC as 4. So they're asking us to find what they're asking us to find. They're asking us to find the ratios first Sine of A. Second, sine of B. Cos of A. And last is tan of B. So in order to find this, we should know all the sides first. As we can see that only length of two sides are known to us in a given right angle triangle. That is, AC is known to us, BC is known to us. What about AB? How to find that? Since it is a right angle triangle and we know the two sides, third sides can be easily found. How? By using Pythagoras theorem. So since triangle ACB is a right angle triangle with angle C is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, since our triangle is right angle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem, AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square, means hypotenuse square is equal to sum of squares of other two sides, that is AC square plus BC square. So now we know the value of AC, that is 3. So right here 3 square plus BC is 4, so 4 square. So 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 9 plus 16 is 25, and 25 is nothing but 5 square. Taking square root on both sides, what we'll get? Taking square root on both sides, square root to square gets cancelled. So value of AB, we got it as 5. So right here 5. Now we can easily find all those values, whatever they are asking to us. So let's do it fast. Hope you have understood this. Yeah, now we'll move to sine A. Sine of A. Sine of A. What is the formula? Opposite to A divided by hypotenuse. Opposite to A is BC upon hypotenuse is AB. Hypotenuse is fixed. So what is the value of BC? BC is 4 divided by AB is 5. This is the answer of first one. Easily done. Once you know the values, you can easily execute without any issue. Next is sine B. Opposite to B, AC upon hypotenuse, that is AB, which is fixed. AC is 3. 3 divided by 5 is the answer. Next, cos A. Cos formula is adjacent to A is AC upon hypotenuse, that is AB. What is the value of AC? AC is 3. 3 divided by 5. Done. Next is tan of B. Tan of B. Tan says opposite upon adjacent. So opposite to B is AC. Upon adjacent is BC. Value of AC is 3 and BC is 4. Answer is 3 by 4. Hope this is very clear to you. Okay, let's move to if one of the ratio is given and then how to find the remaining ratio. Not change this. So here we are having a right angle triangle. Next example says in a right angle triangle PQR, say PQR. Angle Q is 90 degree. Angle Q is 90 degree. Angle R is theta. So this is theta. As sine theta, they have given as 5 upon 13. What is the formula for sine theta? Opposite to theta upon hypotenuse. So opposite to theta is PQ. So this is 5. Just comparing this with PQ upon hypotenuse is PR. So value of PR is 13. Hope you have understood this. According to the formula, as we know the formula for sine, opposite upon hypotenuse. Okay, so we got these values. Again, in this case also, we need to do the same execution. What they're asking you to find cos theta and they're asking you to find the value 10 theta. You can solve this by using Pythagoras theorem again, as two sides of right angle triangle is given, third is missing. So you can use the formula by Pythagoras. I'm doing it roughly. You can do it accordingly. By Pythagoras theorem, what do we have? PR square is equal to PQ square plus RQ or QR square. Both means the same. QR or RQ is missing. So RQ square is equal to PR square minus PQ square. Value of PR is 13. 13 square minus PQ square is 5 square. 169 minus 25, which is 144. So we got this as 12 square. Taking square root, you will get RQ as 12. And once you know the value of RQ, you know the value of all the three sides. And once you know the value of all the three sides, value of cos theta can be easily found, value of tan theta can be easily found. Cos theta adjacent upon hypotenuse. Adjacent to theta is RQ. Upon hypotenuse is PR. So RQ is 12 and PR is 13. Done. We are through. Similarly, we can find for theta. That part is homework. You can try. So we have completed all the solved examples. So next lecture we will derive the important identity, which is very important, which will be used everywhere. That is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. And then we will complete practice at 8.2 tomorrow. Yeah, thank you everyone. Ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.